Hey guys, Clausenix here. Let's talk for a minute about why your sleep is affecting your gains. So we all know that sleep affects muscle growth, that you need to rest for your muscles to repair and recover, just like every other organ and tissue of your body. The highest amount of recovery happens when you're resting. We all know this. But what goes on at night when we're sleeping? Or how long does it take for us to sleep before our muscles start recovering? Okay, so there's two terms that you should know about. But they're more like states that your body goes into at certain times of the day. I'm not going to go super heavy into them, but I just want you to understand the initial meaning behind both of them. There's when your body is being catabolic and when your body is being anabolic. Both of those things together are what makes your metabolism metabolic, right? So when you're catabolic, you're in a state of breakdown for energy, right? This is the start of the day. This is when you would be going out for the hunt back in the day, right? So this is when your body can digest and break down food the best. So you could say this is probably the best time for you to consume carbs because your body can handle them the most, right? They give you the most energy. On the flip side of that, we have when you're anabolic. Now, anabolic is when you are resting and when you are in a restorative state of the day, when you are repairing things, when you need to kind of shut down and unwind, right? You come home from work at the end of the day and you feel dead and your body's like, all right, time to go anabolic. You just know when you just feel like you need a nap, your body's craving that anabolism. Now, the way it usually works is you're catabolic in the beginning of the day and then come around 5-6 p.m., when work days end, that's kind of where the slopes should start going down and you start going anabolic. But the way that our society works is that we go catabolic and then it's time to go anabolic, but our day's not done yet. We still got work to do. So we drink a coffee, right? And we drink an energy drink. And then this slope that should be going like this ends up going like this until later in the day, and then you just crash. So in a nutshell, you got your catabolic, your breakdown, and you have your anabolic, which is your build up, right? When you restore from your breakdown. That's how the natural cycle of your day goes. All right, so now that we understand what it's like to go anabolic, we can talk more about resting. So when we start getting into the sleep cycle, we start to cover a subject called REM sleeping versus non-REM sleeping. So when you're asleep and your body is recovering and restoring, there are 4 stages of sleep that your body goes into. Most people think that you close your eyes, you fall asleep, and then that's it. And then if you wake up right away, you're a light sleeper. Well, that's not really the case. You just only made it into a certain stage of sleeping. The first 3 stages are non-REM sleeping. REM is the deepest level of sleep. The REM stage of sleep is when you have been asleep for about an hour or so. You're in a deep level of sleep. That's when your brain has its most activity. So that's when you start having dreams. Your body's just out. If you woke up, you'd be a straight up zombie. It's like how you feel when your alarm goes off at 6 in the morning. You were just exiting REM stage. But the first 3 stages, and stages that you're probably more interested in, are the non-REM stages. The first stage of REM happens about maybe 10 minutes into trying to sleep. I say trying because it takes me a while to fall asleep, so I'm in the first stage for a while. And that's when your eyes are closed, but you're still awake. The second stage is when you're kind of into a light sleep. Now, this stage of sleep happens about 10 to 20 minutes into your sleep. So at this point, your heart rate starts slowing down, your body temperature drops, and your brain slows down. Now, the important thing about stage 2 of the REM stage cycle is that this is where you wake up and you feel like you have energy again. You've got a boost. This is the stage of sleep that you should be aiming for, like let's say in a nap where you're resting from, let's say that you have 2 jobs. You come home from one and you need to get a boost of energy before the next one. The ideal amount of sleep that you need is getting to the second stage of REM, which is about, once you're asleep, about a 10-20 minute nap. The third stage is when you actually start to enter a deep sleep. This is where your body starts to repair and regrow. Anabolic hormones start to be released through your body. Your body is finally able to rest to the point where your consciousness is off. It's just your body goes to work. It starts fixing things, repairing things, whatever. This is also a stage where your immune system can strengthen. And after you wake up from stage 3 of non-REM, you're very groggy. So this is when you've been asleep for about 30-40 minutes and you wake up and you don't know where you are. You've had a 30-40 minute nap and you wake up and you think you just slept through the night. It's kind of borderline into REM sleep, but not quite there yet. It's not that deep, but it's still a deep sleep. So let's cut to the chase here. If you were a bodybuilder or someone who's training, which I'm assuming you are because you're watching this video, or if you're just someone who works hard and you're trying to figure out how you can sleep the best way to restoring your muscles. So you want to get somewhere around a stage 2 or a stage 3 non-REM cycle. You want to take a nap that's around 15 to 30 minutes. For me, I feel ideally if I can sleep for 15 minutes, I wake up and I'm charged. I'm ready to go. My body's had time to catch up with the day and I've got energy to keep going. But let's say you just went to the gym and you had an hour-long killer workout and you have a bit of time before you're going to work. This is when you should sleep for 30-40 minutes because that gives your body enough time to be restoring things and repairing things to the point where you don't feel drained and exhausted throughout the day. You still get a bit of an energy boost and your body has had a chance to do some repairing before you continue with your day. So sleep is a main reason that people don't get bigger. Their hypertrophy isn't working. Their cells aren't growing. It's because they're not giving their bodies enough time to rest and repair. When you're working hard, there has to be a rest. There has to be a balance. When there's more working than there is resting, then you're not going to get that balance and your body doesn't have a chance to keep up. So this is something that I tend to do, is I tend to go really hard all the time and then I end up getting injured, or I end up getting sleep deprived, or my body ends up wanting to sleep for 12 hours or something like that. So my tip for you leaving this video is to start to understand your body. When it's telling you that it needs to rest, it's probably right. Yeah, there you have it. Sleep for gains. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.